Remove the two top screws from the front of the system. Remove the two top screws from the rear of the system. Lift the cover from the system. Place the top cover onto the system. Install the two top screws into the rear of the system. Install the two top screws into the front of the system. Remove the screw from the M.2 solid-state drive. Pull the M.2 solid-state drive from the slot. Insert the drive into the slot using the notch for alignment. Press the drive down and install the screw. Remove the screw from the Wi-Fi card. Remove the plastic cover. Disconnect the antenna cables from the card. Pull the Wi-Fi card from the slot. Insert the Wi-Fi card into the slot. Connect the gray antenna cable to the auxiliary terminal. Connect the black antenna cable to the main terminal. Install the plastic cover. Press the card down and install the screw. Remove two screws from the Jetson SOM card. Press the clips outward to release the card and pull it from the slot. Insert the card into the slot using the notch for alignment. Press down to lock the card into place. Install two screws. Remove 5 screws from the front I/O bracket. Pull the bracket from the system. Place the front I/O bracket onto the system using the ports and screw holes for alignment. Install 5 screws to secure the bracket in place. Remove 5 screws from the rear I/O bracket. Pull the bracket from the system. Place the rear I/O bracket onto the system using the ports and screw holes for alignment. Install 5 screws to secure the bracket in place. Remove 4 screws from the system board. Carefully lift the system board and the boards attached to it from the chassis. Insert the system board and the boards attached to it into the chassis. Make sure that the antenna cables go through the small notches on the sides of the system board. Install 4 screws into the system board. Remove 2 screws from the CAN bus board. Pull the board from the socket on the system board. Align the CAN bus board with the socket on the system board and press it down. Install 2 screws. Remove 4 screws from the DC in board. Pull the board from the socket on the system board. Align the DC in board with the socket on the system board and press it down. Install 4 screws. Loosen the nut on the antenna connector using a pair of pliers or socket driver. Use your fingers to finish removing the nut. Remove the washer from the connector. Pull the connector from the hole in the chassis. Repeat these steps for the second antenna cable. Align the connector with the hole in the chassis and insert it. Install the washer onto the connector. Place the nut onto the connector and tighten it with your fingers. Carefully finish tightening the nut using a pair of pliers or a socket driver. Repeat these steps for the second antenna cable.